Is one of your KPIs to increase or uplift the use of knowledge articles, or to boost the knowledge management process within your team? In this video, I'm going to show you 3 tips to help you to increase the use of knowledge articles and to help you uplift knowledge management process across your teams. If we're just meeting for the first time, my name's Kirk Penn and I'm the Principal Advisory Consultant at Service Management Specialists. I'm an ITIL expert and I've been helping organisations to improve the way they use their ITSM capabilities for the past 15 years. I have a real passion to help initiatives and projects to succeed using service management. So let's have a look at what ITIL describes knowledge management as a process to improve efficiencies by reducing the need to rediscover knowledge. And it's really about ensuring that you create knowledge that can then be shareable. And it was introduced as part of ITIL in the service transition phase, as part of the version 3 upgrade in around 2011. So what does it mean from a customer's perspective when we have knowledge management in place? Well, it certainly means that faster and more consistent support can be provided to our customers, and it supports our purpose of really moving to self-service. From a team efficiency perspective, it ensures that we can speed up decision making. So we've got consistent decisions that we can be making based on that content that's already been created. And it increases our ability to collaborate across teams and share that information. So we actually asked 30 IT support workers across 30 different organisations, how often do you refer to internal knowledge articles to resolve incidents and close out customer queries? So what was interesting was that 46% of them said every single time. So that's really quite interesting, and obviously that leaves 54% that said no, I don't use them. So why is it that the adoption of knowledge management is only around about 46%? Well, from our experience in working with clients and implementing knowledge management and getting them to a better place, we often find that there's no formal knowledge management process in place. Typically, an organisation has gone through and implemented an ITSM platform or a single system of record with the ability to create knowledge articles, which is great and people start to create them. However, there's no formal process that's created underneath it. The second part is that knowledge is often created inconsistently around the creation of those. So people are doing the best, but there's no real creation that is consistent. And finally, just sharing knowledge within an organisation can often be a cultural thing. Some people are quite possessive of their knowledge. It's their ability to be able to think they're more important than others, and so we try and really work through that and break down and bring knowledge to the forefront so that everybody can share it and everybody can have the same amount of knowledge. So here's a quote really that I like. Smart people are not those that remember every detail, but those that know where to look for knowledge. And certainly knowledge management is a process that is emerging with real substance, especially in the modern workplace. So here's our 3 tips to help you to increase the use of knowledge management. Number 1, organise your knowledge. So what do we mean by that? Well, when we work with our clients, we often start with creating what we call an operational working knowledge model. And you'll see over here on the far left that we've got this customer facing side here. And what this does, it creates all those types of knowledge that is important back to the customer. And then on this side here, you'll see that all this knowledge here is relevant to the workings within IT, within the internal IT in this example. Now, I'll be doing a video in addition to this in a couple of weeks. Really, we'll be releasing more detail around our operating working knowledge model. So please do check back or subscribe to our channel and you'll get those updates on when we've released that. We'll be going into this in a little bit more detail. But number 2, ensure you have a knowledge management process in place. So I was talking about this earlier, really about one of those key challenges around knowledge management. So ensure you've got roles, but not only knowledge manager role, but ensure you've got roles around who can create content, those content creator roles, who's review and who can approve knowledge articles as well. Ensure that you've got a workflow behind that and that works. So obviously creators want to be able to submit and get those reviewed and then approved. And finally, try to tie knowledge creation back to KPIs, either individuals or managers as well. It seems to work really well if people have got a target that they need to be able to create. Another key important point is just monitor what are those indicators that ensure that we're on the right track. Well, what you'll start to see is that search, the amount of search will start to increase and that it's actually starting to be more meaningful. You'll also start to see that the creation of knowledge articles starts to increase as well. So the creation and more knowledge is being created. And then finally, that all leads to more customer satisfaction. So people and your customers are starting to become a lot more satisfied because we're creating that consistent knowledge and being able to send them to the right place. So number 3, make sure that knowledge is searchable and easy to access. So if we think about a typical single system of record or an ITSM platform, it's just a couple of things here that we typically tell our clients to do and help them to develop this. So let's say in the search bar in their single system of record or the ITSM platform that they're looking to book a Teams meeting. Now when the search results come back, there's a couple of things in which we typically do here. The first thing is, can you see this little icon here? This indicates that there's a knowledge article around booking a Teams meeting in Outlook. So you can see here that we try to include these little icons here just to show that there's knowledge that's available. This one here is obviously around reporting an incident or reporting an issue within Teams. The other part here which we're calling out is that we've really started to look at our search terms, what's important to the organisation. And in this case, Teams is an important search term. You see that we're starting to build that out, what's important to our customers. And we can define, and this whole search ability here becomes a lot more meaningful. So not only have they got knowledge articles they can search for, but they can also report an issue. So the question of the day, how well is knowledge management adopted within your organisation? And what techniques have you used to increase the use of knowledge management? Let us know in the comments below. So as a summary, our 3 tips to help you to increase the use of knowledge management. Number 1, organise your knowledge. And previously I just showed you the use of an operating knowledge model. And we'll be going into that a little bit deeper in other videos, and I'll share that link through the description. Second, formal knowledge management process. Establish this, ensure that it's a thing, and that you have a knowledge manager who's KPI'd to ensure that knowledge is created, that it's reviewed, and that it's published. And we're starting to see some of those performance indicators around it. And then finally, ensure that knowledge is searchable and it's easy to access, and that we're consistently building that body of knowledge to make it easier for our customers. If you've enjoyed this video, then please click on the like button and consider subscribing to Service Management Specialist channel. We're committed to helping digital and business leaders become more successful with their improvement initiatives, bringing you weekly tips, tools and insights across your processes, people and collaboration. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.